Right guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, got a little bit of a special video for you. We're visiting a gym that I used to go to quite a lot, Premier Gym Coalville. So usually on I believe it's Wednesday today. I hope it is. Wednesday, we've usually got push and I usually train at Ultraflex Rotherham, but slightly change of scenery today in at Premier Gym Coalville. Going to be a similar session to the one on Wednesday, so I'll try and replicate it as much as possible, but essentially there's going to be a few bits of kit that are obviously a little bit different, different cables, different pressing machines, etc. So I'll take you through the session, give you a little review of Premier Gym Coalville once I've finished, and yeah, hope you enjoy the video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Any questions you've got about the session, drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to answer any questions you've got. But without further ado, let's get into the session. Right, exercise number one here, we've got a dual arm cuffed lateral raise. It's on the Cybex Bravo cable machine, which is like, definitely in my opinion, one of the best cable machines you can have. So in fact, if I was to have one bit of kit in a gym, it would probably be that, because it's so adjustable. You can put the cables pretty much wherever you want them. So very nice start. 3 sets here, then we're on to the first press, which will be a 15-degree incline Smith machine press, reverse banded, which I'll show you the setup in the next clip. But yeah, 3 sets here, lateral raise, then onto that press. Okay, so we're onto this 15-degree incline Smith machine press. So you can see here behind me, I've got a red band, thin one, doubled over, and then a daisy chain up top attached to the top of the machine. Essentially what that's going to do is make it a little bit lighter towards the bottom, and then it's going to get heavier as we press through. That's simply because, again, we're trying to match the challenge to how strong we actually are. So relatively, it's going to be as hard throughout the whole rep. Now, the setup on this is obviously going to be a little bit different to what I'm used to, because I'm used to using a different Smith machine, so going to have to see how numbers go, but fingers crossed, should be able to do pretty much the same, because it's a Cybex Smith here. Usually I do a Cybex Smith at UF as well, so hopefully things should be fairly similar. So I am terrible at pressing. I got a neck injury last year and a half ago. And since then I've been absolutely woeful, so we're on the rebuild. In fact, I was terrible before that injury, to be honest. So I think something I'm focusing on to try and really improve that this year is, number one, picking movements that I really like. So at the minute, the staple movements are going to be an incline Smith, a cable press, and we've got a gym shop overhead press in the UF session, but today I'm going to do a different variation of that that's very similar. So they're my 3 presses, and I'm pretty much just going to run them for probably a year at least, as long as I don't massively stall in any of them. I'm just going to stick to the ones that I really like and actually stick to it. Try to get strong at each one of them. In the past, I've probably tried to do that, but then ended up swapping things out every month or every 2 months, and realistically, if you're doing that, you're just not going to progress. So sticking to movements that I really like and just getting strong at them. And I think if I do that, my chest is going to grow and my pressing strength is actually going to go up finally. That wasn't the best. Okay, so second and last set here. So on all my presses today, in fact on 2 of them, so on this one and then the overhead press, I essentially do a top set and a backup set. All that means is the first set is a little bit heavier for less reps, second set is a little bit lighter, and we'll try and get maybe 10 to 15. I've no idea what this will be because it's obviously a different Smith machine. So slightly higher reps on the backup set, and I usually find for me that helps me progress a little bit more than if I was to do 2 sets of kind of the same load or similar load. So a little bit light here, hopefully get somewhere between 10 and 15, then we're on to the overhead press. Cool. Right, on to press numero dos. I've got this Cybex overhead press. Now, usually in this session I'll do the gym shop overhead press like I was saying. I'll put up a clip of that actually so you can see it's like pretty much the same machine. Obviously a different manufacturer, but very, very similar. So it's a good swap. If you ever like go into a different gym and you don't have the same bits of kit, just try to make a like-for-like swap as close as you can. This machine, I do have numbers on it from previous sessions. Really good as well if you ever go to a different gym, actually write down what you get. So then if you ever go back, you can always refer back to those numbers. But on this before, I've got 3.5 plates for 6, which is like, it's very average to be honest, compared to what I've seen people do. But that was when I was 20 kilos heavier. So I don't know, we'll have to see what happens here. Hopefully I'll be able to match, that'll be very nice. Come on. Oh. One rep down from probably about 6 months ago. But I'm also, like I said, 20 kilos in body weight down, so I guess it's not too bad, but still annoying. Right, final sort of press here. Just got 1 set now. So because I've been in a diet for quite a while, my recovery capabilities are just not as good as they used to be. So this used to be 2 sets. I brought it down to 1 simply because I wasn't progressing it. So just the 1 set here to finish. We've got a dip. Two reps up. Right, so ticked off side delts with the cuffed lateral raise, ticked off pressing with 3 presses there, slight incline Smith machine press, then the overhead press, and then the 1 set of the dip. Now we're on to I've just done 3 sets of the preacher curl. Normally I'll do that on the prime machine, but today I just set it up on the cables, single arm, very nicely aligned, really good movement. And now finishing off, or penultimate movement, is this overhead tricep extension with the cables actually crossing. Now, you probably can't set up this movement on a lot of cable stacks because you can't get them to go close enough. But if you do have access to it, it's a very, very good movement. And if you've got a little bit of elbow pain, you're able to align it really nicely. So it should pretty much mitigate all of that elbow pain. So finished off with this, 1 more set on this tricep extension. Then on to the final movement, which is just finishing off with some abs. The final exercise, like I said, onto this ab crunch. Just the 1 set here because my frequency is very high on abs. So I'm training them 4 times a week, so just 1 set on this session. In other sessions it's 2. Total volume is like 7 sets a week, I think. So 1 set here. The main thing I'm thinking about is literally just flexing at the spine. At the end of the day, that's what your abs do. So quite a small movement. which is really thinking about flexing that spine, bending over, almost thinking about giving yourself rolls. If you give yourself rolls, you're probably doing something right. Alright guys, that is a session done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed it. Finished off with abs like I said, and then went into the change room to check out the rig. Reason being, I'm finishing this long diet on Sunday. So I'm now nearly 6 months in. Obviously there's been quite a lot of pauses in between. So total dieting weeks is somewhere around 20 weeks, and I'm down about 20 kilos. So about 1 kilo a week, which is kind of what I was aiming for. So started at 116.5, now sitting at 96.5. I'll probably finish off the diet at about 90. Then the plan of action, which I'll take you guys through, is essentially I'm going to go through what's called a reversal phase. All I'm going to do, starting off, I'll add somewhere between 400 and 500 calories, mostly in the form of carbohydrates. Then across the week, I'll keep an eye on my weight, keep an eye on how the rig is looking, and gradually sprinkle in 25 extra carb, 50 extra carb here and there. The goal being to gradually drive up my food without seeing too many negative effects on the rig. So body weight should actually hold through that phase. I should just get fuller, should actually look better, feel more energized, and in turn my gym performance should start to go up once again. So yeah, I'm excited to get out of this phase now, or out of the diet, ready to get strong again, ready to eat more, definitely. And yeah, that's the plan of action. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if you've got any questions whatsoever. Have a look in the description as well. All of my links are there to follow me on Instagram, apply for coaching. All of the stuff is down there. So if you want some help with your sort of fitness journey, whether it's going through a dieting phase like I have, losing 20 kilos, or going through a surplus like I'm about to go into, and trying to gain as much muscle as you can, then be sure to have a look at those links. Click the link to fill out the questionnaire, the coaching form, and I'll be in touch, and hopefully we can make some really good progress. So I hope you enjoyed the video, little plug there, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.